Alright guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. We have a very special review for you again. If you've seen multiple of my videos, you might have noticed that a lot of these reviews are actually very special reviews for you guys. Alright guys, well, today we got the Joyo Uzi R-03 distortion pedal from Amazon. I'm sure you can buy it at Sweetwater too or some other places. I've had this pedal for about 3 or 4 years now. I think somebody got it for me for my birthday. As far as pricing goes, I think it was like $60 when I bought it. Now it runs for about $50 on Amazon. And I think you'll come to see this is a pretty fantastic and versatile distortion pedal. It's got a cool look to it. It's like kind of understated. Nothing too crazy. It's got a good size. It's like a full-size pedal. 9-volt in here. And whenever I actually power this thing, you see that these red lights come on. Pretty cool. That one in the middle will cut on or off to tell you if the pedal is on or off. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. Definitely does the distortion thing of like, you just plug it into your guitar and you cut it on and you instantly just get like kind of a metal tone in there. So that part of the pedal is pretty simple actually. It doesn't have like too many gimmicks. It's not like a Hellraiser 3 like super line 5, you know, epic distortion pedal. It's just relatively straightforward. The only thing that really sets it apart is we have like standard volume and gain. So just how loud it is, how much gain you want to apply. If I crank it all the way up, I can cut it to around 2. We'll just get kind of like a subtle like grittiness in there for when you want that for your tone. Pretty cool. I might cut the reverb down just a little bit on my amp. It's cut it to like 1 or something. But yeah, it's also got the 3-band EQ on there, which is very cool. What I use this for is like, basically whenever, I like to leave the stuff in my amp kind of neutral, you know. As you can see there, it's all around 5. We got the reverb a little bit lower, but it's all pretty neutral tone stuff. And then if I want to go for like a more extreme metal tone, I'll just go ahead and adjust the EQ and stuff from the pedal. So let's say I want to play some like thrash stuff, I'll like boost the lows and the highs and scoop the mids a little bit. Get that gain at like 4 and just do some kind of thrashier stuff. Alternatively, you can go the other way and like kind of boost the mids and keep that other stuff normal and go for like the other sort of extreme metal tone. But it's definitely not just like the extreme sort of metal sounds. You can just get like a light grit on there, and that can be really, really useful, pretty accommodating as well. So usually if I'm just going for like a slightly dirty sound, I'll go for like an overdrive pedal. But if I want something different or a little bit darker sounding, I usually go for this for when I'm just arpeggiating, doing kind of like a metal intro or something. That takes us to the bias knob, which is really, you know, I've kind of just been filibustering here because that's really the core of this review, is we have this actual bias knob. I'm going to give a little demonstration right here. That sounded like SpongeBob a little bit. So yeah, right here, all the way on the right, we have this bias knob. Yeah, there it is. Can you see it? I'm having a hard time with this. Okay, here we go. So if I move that all the way to the left, I'll get like, wait, hold on. Let me make sure I get it right here. So yeah, if I move it all the way to the left, I get like this more. Alright, so I kind of fucked that up, guys. It's when you turn it all the way to the left, that's when you get like the darker sort of Marshall sound, and when you turn it all the way to the right, you get like the brighter sort of Mesa sound. So this kind of like a frequency sweep. It just changes the way the distortion sounds and adds like some versatility to your amp setup, because like depending on where you put this, you can kind of get it to like sound like different amps and stuff. That's our tune. Unbelievable. Just my B string. But yeah, I'll show you a little bit. So I'm going to turn it all the way to the left. That's our Marshall sound. Marshall is like, it's dirtier sounding. There's not as much clarity between the notes, but it's like a classic rock and roll kind of sound. You can get a sound coming off of here. Yeah, you can just hear how dirty that kind of sounds. Right, we get like a kind of a brighter, but like a more aggressive, tighter sort of like a Mesa sound. And if I set it in the middle, we'll get somewhere in between. Might change the EQ just a little bit randomly, and then so I usually find myself hanging out like closer to the right here, where we get like that kind of brighter sort of sound, because it seems more clear. It seems like you can kind of hear the different notes a little bit better if you're playing like a lot of notes and stuff. But it's totally about what you're going for. It's about like the song and the genre and what kind of mood you're trying to go for. But with that, I think we're going to be getting into the sound demo. Alright guys, well thanks for watching the video. It's a little bit of a shorter one for you guys today, but hoping it was satisfactory. I just showed off a little bit of what this distortion pedal can do here. It really is a fantastic pedal. So let me know what you thought of the pedal in the comments, or if you have any additional thoughts. Did you think it was a good video? Did you think that it sucked and it wasn't a very good video? Just be sure to let us know that information in the comments.